You have been given a shovel. Against the Kraken. We are going to take this seriously. The Kraken. Sea creature the size of a city block. Tentacles the size of buses. Pulls ships underwater in seconds. Old sailors thought it was an island. They'd sail up, step off, set up camp. Then the island sank. You have a shovel. Let's see what we can do with that. Scenario 1. Don't go in the water. A shovel is a land tool. The Kraken is a sea creature. You're standing on the beach and you're thinking, what if I just don't go in the water? Correct. You walk 500 meters inland. You dig a hole. You get in. You wait. The Kraken stays in the ocean. You stay in the ground. Nobody finds anybody. Technically, a victory. Boring, pointless, and slightly humiliating, but a victory. The only problem, you showed up with a shovel, and the most heroic thing you did was dig a hole and lie in it. Survival odds, 89%. The shovel helped by letting you hide from something that didn't even know you existed. Scenario 2. The island. You're on a boat. You see an island. You land. The surface feels slightly wrong. It moves a little under your feet. But you figure it's just waves or something. You decide, this is base camp. You pull out the shovel and start digging a well. First strike. Second. Third. The island moves. That is not an island. You have stabbed the Kraken 3 times with a shovel. He hasn't figured out what's happening yet. You're too small to register. You raise the shovel for a 4th strike. That one he notices. Survival odds, 2%. The shovel caused this problem entirely. Scenario 3. Hit the tentacle. A tentacle comes out of the water, size of a bus. You have a shovel. You swing. First hit, nothing. Second hit, nothing. You hit with everything you have. The Kraken experiences this roughly the way you experience a mosquito landing on your arm. Doesn't even turn around. But on the 7th hit, it notices. Not because it hurt, because something keeps touching the same spot and it's irritating. It turns around. Now it sees you. Before you started swinging, it had no idea you were there. Survival odds, 1%. Higher before the shovel, lower after. The shovel made this worse. Scenario 4. The shovel as a paddle. You're in a boat, no oars. The Kraken is underneath you, but you have a shovel. Genius. Shovel blade, water, improvised paddle. You start rowing. The shovel actually gives some thrust. You're moving. You're moving at about 2 knots. The Kraken moves at 20. You're paddling with a shovel. He isn't even speeding up, he's just swimming. The gap between your speed and his is roughly the gap between a bicycle and a plane. But you're moving. That's something. No, it isn't. Survival odds, 3%. The shovel gave you the feeling of control. The feeling was wrong. Scenario 5. Sand in the face. The Kraken surfaces near the beach, enormous head above the water. You're on the sand, with a shovel. You load up a scoop. You throw it. It hits him in the eye. He blinks. First time in his life anyone has thrown sand at him. He blinks 3 more times. That takes about 2 seconds. Then he finds you. But you had 2 seconds. What did you do with those 2 seconds? You stood there, watching him blink. Survival odds, 2%. You had 2 seconds and used them to observe the results of your own action. Scenario 6. The wall. You have 8 hours before it arrives. And a shovel. Plan. Build a wall. You dig, you pile. You dig, you pile. 8 hours of work, 2 meters tall, 10 meters wide. You step back and look at it. This is something. The Kraken arrives. Tentacle height, 30 meters. Your wall, 2 meters. The tentacle clears it without slowing down, doesn't even graze it. But here's the thing. 8 hours of digging moved you about a kilometer inland. Where the wall is, that's where the Kraken went. Where you are, nobody's there. The wall didn't protect you from the Kraken. The wall protected you from yourself. The digging was accidentally the right move. The wall was not. Survival odds? 34%. Best result of the day, achieved entirely by accident. Scenario 7. It already has you. The tentacle grabbed you. You're in the air, 30 meters up, flying over the water. The shovel is still in your hand. Last idea. Hit the suckers. You swing. Shovel connects with a sucker the size of a dinner plate. The Kraken flinches. Grip loosens. You're falling. Into the water, where the Kraken is. You escaped the tentacle and landed directly in the Kraken's home. The shovel worked. The destination did not. Survival odds, 4%. Correct technique, wrong landing zone. Let's recap. 7 scenarios, 1 tool. Trench, 89%. The only time the shovel actually helped. Wall, 34%. Helped by accident. Suckers, 4%. Right move, wrong place to land. Paddle, 3%. Motion without result. Sand, 2%. 2 seconds, wasted. Island, 2%. You started this. Tentacle, 1%. Made everything worse. Final verdict. A shovel is useful against the Kraken in exactly one situation, if you use it to walk away from the ocean and don't stop. Survival odds if you do something heroic, 3%. Survival odds if you dig a hole and get in it, 89. The correct answer is always the boring one. Tell me in the comments, which scenario would you actually go for? Be honest. You'd hit the tentacle. Everyone hits the tentacle. Next time, Heracles, 12 labors, 1 stick figure. Could you survive even one of them? Heracles himself barely made it through some of these. Your odds? Don't ask.